Welcome to the family, Judge.
He's not just a mentor anymore. He's someone who groomed Usher and later Justin Bieber. He's also known for hosting wild parties that even include minors.
Usher did have a situation, and that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Bro, you know I know. Let me reframe you on something. Remember Usher? We was at the Swiss Hotel. Puff had Kim in the room. Had one of Keith Sweat's baby mothers in the big room outside the master bedroom. He came outside in his robe. She gave him a fellatio right there. His back was turned to me. She gave him a fellatio. You knocked on the door. I came and opened the door for you. Puff went in the room. You came in the room and kissed that girl dead in her mouth. Now I'm telling that because you taking up for somebody that you know and a lot of more people know didn't do you right when you was at Diddy camp. Y'all put it together.
And what you mean by Diddy camp?
Remember? He was on one of the talk shows. The white guy with the curly hair. What's his name? The white guy with the curly hair. And he said, yo, would you send your son to Diddy camp? And Usher said, no. Ask him why he won't send him to Diddy camp. But yet and still you praise him.
Damn, man, and you said that, I know you can't go into detail, but you said that it was a situation where Diddy sent him to the hospital?
Let Usher explain that to you. Let Usher mama explain that to you. And the hospital was in Scarsdale, New York.
That's a surprising discovery. Gene was correct about Usher covering for Diddy. In an interview, Usher talked about the wild times he had living with Diddy. He seemed deeply involved, but didn't say much beyond that.
I moved to New York City, and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to
City.
something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it
Camp.
was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I
Come
mean,
on.
but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle,
Right.
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans.
your parents
Jodeci,
were
Mary
okay?
J. Blige. They didn't know nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat? Or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And what kind, do you have money? What's going on?
I mean, I had like per diem.
Yeah.
I had like,
What
like
a
a living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
He brought the very inebriated teenage Justin Bieber to the party, where he was allegedly raped multiple times.
Happy birthday, Justin!
Welcome to the family, Judge.
Hey!
Yeah, so as soon as you turn 16, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come to LA. Yeah, it's gonna be yours. So, LA, it's a little dusty, but you know, I'm completely front shot it.
Man.
Minute.
Woo. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16.
Justin might have gone through tough times with his father, which led to rumors about him leaving and having awkward meetings with Usher. Diddy introduced Usher to a wild lifestyle when he was young, and in a deleted live stream, Diddy said he and Usher used to sleep together.
You know, Puff is making jokes about how they used to wrestle for the Frosted Flakes in the morning. And,
Yeah, I bet they did.
you know,
Somebody frosted somebody frosted somebody flakes. Without the milk.
what do you think it is that keeps Usher from coming out or saying anything?
Because, yo, dog, it's you gotta realize in that industry, a lot of people are stand back and say, well, it happened to me. That's how some of them people pay their dues. And the people who don't go down like that don't be as great as the Ushers, as the Diddys. It's a way of passage to certain people in the entertainment business.
With all these people coming out against Diddy, do you think more people are going to come out?
It's a lot of people that, you got to realize is that everybody think, oh, everybody's coming out now. It's a lot of people that wanted to bring stuff out long time ago, but the lawyers wouldn't take it. The lawyers wouldn't deal with it. Chassis opened up a floodgate for lawyers to look at people's cases now and say, yeah, we might could get some money out of that. We might could do that. Yeah, he did abuse you. Nobody really cared at first. But now they see that a lot of this stuff may have some truth to it and the people can be paid for it. They coming out.
Oh, yeah,
Puppy
this is
Flavor
it.
Camp?
Yeah, go ahead and play this. Watch
It's
it.
about a minute, right? Okay. Wait till the end, though.
To New York City. And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to
City.
something called Puffy Flavor
He's 13 at the time.
Adam, let us hear it. Go back
Yeah,
5
that's what
seconds, please. Go back, because what he called it right there is what's key. Go ahead.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to
City.
something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's what it
Camp.
was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really.
Not really.
Hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle,
Right.
And I saw it, and it was. But I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking
that's
place,
called rape.
and I didn't necessarily understand.
When you're 13.
Biggie Smalls was there.
Biggie Smalls was there. Lil' Kim, Craig Mack.
All these people are hanging around.
Yeah, man. Faith Evans.
your
Jodeci,
parents were
Mary
okay?
J. Blige.
Yeah, good
they
job.
knew nothing about this shit.
Oh.
I was having a good time. You know what I mean?
You're 13. Did you have to doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble
Diddy.
somewhat?
So
or are you
crazy.
just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than them.
And what kind, do you have money?
How is that how is that normal at any time?
Do you have the part where they said, would you let your kids go there? He goes,
keep playing.
hell no.
Keep playing it, Rob, because I think it's at the end.
Yeah.
Per damn.
Yeah.
I had like,
Yeah, you're
like
What
a
a
living.
life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
See?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Concerning.
I have kids. I don't even post. And then, the Twitter trolls will be, we're her kids. Well, I'm protecting them. And this is sad. I mean, this is sad. And this one with Bieber.
This is the
same
Bieber
thing.
one? Yeah.
Where are the parents?
Yeah, which parent would say, you know what? We don't know you. We know that you're a celebrity. Go and hang out with this guy for weeks on end by yourself. And at what time, at what era is this cool?
In the most critical years, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. How is this, Alina?
They both turn.
How is this normal?
They both turn into superstars.
Yeah,
that's the sacrifice you make.
Yeah, well, that's the sacrifice. But one of them had to go to church and he freaking lost his mind. Can you play this one? How's this normal?
You ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
What the?
I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So
Jesus.
It seems Diddy is not selective, as his son is mentioned in the sexual assault complaint. This suggests he may have groomed his own son, raising questions about his boundaries.
It's about Diddy, but now things seem to be expanding to include his son, Christian King Combs' lawsuit filed against Diddy's son. I'm going to go through some of it, but what is really striking is some of the crossover and similarity between this lawsuit and the lawsuit that was filed against Diddy by Lil Rod, filed against Diddy and Cuba Gooding Jr. So let's take a look at the lawsuit against Diddy's son. The makeup, and this involves allegations of something that happened on a rented yacht. The makeup of the yacht quickly evolved from just defendants Combs and his family to include a constant rotation of suspected sex workers and other A-list celebrities such as French Montana and actor Cuba Gooding Jr. Diddy turned what was sold as a wholesome family excursion into a hedonistic environment. Now, if you go back to that lawsuit filed by Lil Rod, Lil Rod had said that Diddy had sex workers and endless drugs flowing through the recording sessions at CRS, Mr. Combs' homes, and on the yacht, which Mr. Combs rented. And you may recall that photo of Cuba Gooding Jr. and Lil Rod. This is from the yacht. But the yacht is also connected to this new lawsuit against Diddy's son. Now, it continues. Plaintiff found it very suspicious that after one shot of De Leon tequila or one mixed drink, various women on the yacht would be falling over themselves, panicking or passing out. This led plaintiff, this is the plaintiff is the person suing, to reasonably believe that the alcohol given to these women was likely laced with drugs. In the lawsuit filed by Lil Rod, according to Mr. Jones, Mr. Combs forced all women to drink laced De Leon liquor. Upon information and belief, Mr. Combs laced the liquor with ecstasy. So you can see, again, some of these similarities. Let's get back to that lawsuit. Upon entering the recording studio, defendant Combs immediately started ordering that tequila shots be poured. Plaintiff began to become concerned when he insisted that she take shots of tequila he may have brought on board the yacht. At this point, the mood changed and things became sinister. Defendant Combs insisted that the plaintiff stay chatting and that she sit beside him. Defendant Combs violently grabbed plaintiff's arm and began hurting her. He pulled plaintiff to the seat beside him and prevented her from getting up. The lawsuit includes photos of bruising. Let's take a look at those photos. Part of the lawsuit, part of the alleged evidence of what happened. Now, the lawsuit continues. Luckily for the plaintiff, due to defendant Combs' insistence on Mr. Jones recording everything, Mr. Jones has an audio recording of defendant Combs drugging and sexually assaulting the plaintiff. That's the allegation. Same thing in the lawsuit filed by Lil Rod. Mr. Combs required Mr. Jones to record him constantly on several occasions. Mr. Combs took Mr. Jones' cell phone and began recording himself. As a result, Mr. Jones has secured hundreds of hours of footage and audio recordings of Mr. Combs, his staff, his guests engaging in serious illegal activity. So these allegations involve conduct, but not just conduct that is allegedly recorded.